Just to answer your question, there will not be any ads because it will not be streamed using the Ustream streaming portal. So therefore, it's going to be ad-free. The only things, and as far as ads you'll see, is ads from our sponsors will be in between matches, but you won't get those little ads on the top and on the bottom that Ustream gives you.
Right. Well, welcome everybody. You're watching an inside pool production of the Seminole Pro Tour. We're here at California Billiards in Mountain View, California. We're watching Jun Almoite versus Raphael Martinez, and Jun has just broken the balls after winning the lag. I'm J.R. Calvert. I'm joined in the booth by Jerry Mann of the Seminole Pro Tour. Jerry, welcome.
Oh, well.
So are you familiar with Jun's game?
I'm not very familiar with Jun's game. I know he's been, he lost his match earlier today. Well, Raphael, we are. Last year he did play at our Seminole Pro Tour event in Hollywood, California. He finished in 3rd place.
Well, he's obviously must have lost earlier today as well.
He did lose to Arturo Rivera on a hill match. Raphael's also been playing in the One Pocket tournament that's still going on here at the California Billiard Club. So he has been playing him and Scott Frost. Brandon Schuff have been playing nonstop all day.
Well, Brandon, he's got a few years. Raphael's got a few years on Brandon. I think he can handle the Ironman pool contest.
And he also has a trailer he's living out of in the parking lot, so it really helps.
Yeah, well, I had lunch with Raphael yesterday. We were down at the little Mexican and El Salvadorian place down the street here that's just...
Chalateco, that place is great.
Yeah, it is. And we were there and Raphael walked in and he was telling me all about the place. And
just like that, Raphael's up 1-0.
Excellent, excellent. Look at you. You're a seasoned pro. You know how to do this. Well, I'm interested to see. Raphael's always had a really good break, but I've only ever seen him play 9-ball, and I'm really interested to see how he goes about attacking 10-ball. Might take a second here and see how he's pushing those up. And in 10-ball, what they're trying to do here is they're trying to make either the 9 or the 7, the ball immediately behind the 1. So he'll be trying to make the 7. See how he's shaded to the left-hand side of your screen. He'll be trying to make the 7 in the right-hand side pocket of your screen with draw and a little bit of spin and a really square hit. Okay, just missed it, but he did not hit the break as square as he wanted. Cue ball actually hit on this side of the side pocket on the rack side, which is pretty tough. And he has left Jun very little. Jun's looking at this and saying, I better kick. No, he's got an angle or an avenue here where he can see both sides of the ball, but he's probably just going to nick it and run the cue ball all the way back down table. Great shot. Great shot. Kind of halfway safe. Raphael doesn't have an easy ball, but he can definitely hit it. Misses at 3.
He still left him clear shot at the
1. This is actually a fairly hard shot because the 1 is going to collide into the 7. He has to figure out a way to make it work for him. Okay. He did. Just didn't get the best roll. And I think he could just roll the cue up on the 6 and run the 1 into the 9. And he should be home free. Ooh. I need a thicker hit than that. May actually try and play the 9 here. Sure did. It was lined up pretty good where he could get that 1 to just bounce out to the center of the table and probably start his run, because once he gets past that, the table's pretty much wide open. Touch air,
nice
huh?
touch.
I was sweating whether it was going to go in the whole time myself. He may be a little bit straight here, but he can get out of this mess with a little bit of draw. And after that, it's pretty simple. And you just wear those. Good. I know where the levels are. Just go ahead and throw them on. And just like that, Raphael is going to take his 2-0 lead here. And we'll just take a second here and
in the largest regional tour in the country, the Seminole Pro Tour, open to both men and women. Visit our website at seminoleprotour.com.
he hit that one a lot more square than the last break, and he got rewarded. I don't think he made the right ball, but he certainly got rewarded. This is always one of my weaknesses here, is trying to get this ball to be a safety shot. Great shot.
Played it perfectly.
Now, Jun's going to hit this ball 2 rails, and he wants to hit it square in the face and bank the 1 ball off the side rail and have it bank in between the 3 and 5 and end up on the bottom rail.
Oh, he's going for the 10 ball there, right?
He might get the 10 here, and he got it.
That's a win.
Little trick shot. And he takes over, getting his first notch on the belt here.
Just like that, he's on the board. As in all the Seminole Pro Tour events, it's no call shot.
Yeah. No, it just came from an event last week where it was different, and some of the players were looking around at each other. They had to be reminded where they were at. We'll see how Jun does here.
Also, while we have a second, I want to remind everybody that we will be putting up a new video blog later on today, giving a little behind-the-scenes look at what it's like here at the California Billiard Club. We'll be catching an interview with a player, just giving everybody a little insight as to what it's like. It's a new feature to our website that hopefully we can get some really good content out of.
Okay. He made a corner ball, 4 rails. He does have a tough shot on the one, but if he can bear down and make it, he's got a playable rack here. I mean, everything's wide open. Everything has a pocket. The only thing that even gets close to having a blocked pocket is the 3 past the 7, and that's really still a full pocket. Nice shot. And this is pretty much the shot of the rack. He's just that quick. How a good break can open up a game for somebody. It's why players like Johnny Archer could dominate when they were in their young 20s. Is they had a great break. They could be given a lot of opportunities to win. I do think Jun he seems like he's a nice player.
Yeah, there's a lot of strong local players here in California.
There really is, isn't there?
There've been some great play here from some guys, that local guys giving the pros and beating them and giving them a good run for their money.
What was the official player count for the
108 players?
108. Now, what's the all-time highest that you've ever had for an event?
At a Seminole Pro Tour event, it is 108. This is it.
This is it. Just give you an idea of the depth of the field here, and the pool that they're pulling from, so to speak, is just there's players everywhere. I look around and there's not only local players, there's a lot of players from around the country that made it here.
Absolutely, it's a very strong field.
Well, it's a strong field when Earl Strickland and Alex Pagalion have to play in the first round, and the winner of them gets Rodney Morris.
Definitely not an easy draw. Sometimes that's how the blind draw. It's not friendly to everybody all the time.
No, it's not. I know there's, the other pros are kind of liking that. They love the idea that some of those guys get dealt a loss automatically just by the format.
And just one round in, some of the names you see on the one-loss side are names you don't usually see there that early on the chart.
Well, look at Raphael Martinez, and Jun is he's a seasoned player. He can play.
Yeah, Raphael, who came in third last time we were in California, on the one-loss side right out of the gate.
Right.
It says a lot about the field that we have.
So, what's your thoughts on the pay-per-view? How do you expect it to go?
Well, as far as it gives the same quality that we have of custom. Everyone coming to the Seminole Pro Tour and what you expect from us. A lot of people ask, just candidly talking here, a lot of people ask why you're doing it, why you're going to a pay-per-view format. And
wow,
quite simply, as the people can see in our events, they've gone up and money added tremendously. Last year we had $6,000, $7,000 added events. We had 8 of them. This year we have 3 $25,000 added. one 50,000 added, and this one it's 12,000 added. So definitely the money has been upped. So it helps us out a little bit in trying to bring those events, make it happen, along with all the great sponsors that help us out. So, I mean, to answer the question that everyone has asked is why go into a pay-per-view format? Why change? And basically that's the reason. I mean, it's really helping us be able to bring this event to everybody.
Well, I'm sure that it helps give a less cluttered event. I mean, you're not going to watch 15 ads from, assorted whoever Ustream might want to put up there at times, or whoever your provider might have been in the past. But they all do that for free, and that's how they pay their bills. But at the same time, I mean, I'd much rather see pull ads if I'm going to watch ads.
And also, these matches will be available on our website to view later. Afterwards, we're going to archive the matches, all our old matches we had last year as well, archive them on our website where you can go by and kind of like a video on demand and watch these matches along with everything else we've had in the past on our website.
And they will be in high def.
We've changed around the look of our website a lot. So hopefully everyone enjoys it and visits often, bookmarks it, because we hope to have keep the content fresh. That's the idea behind the video blogs and the blogs that we're trying to do. Give everybody a behind-the-scenes look at what we do and how it's done. Kind of want to be an open book so people can ask questions if they want interviews with players and anything they're kind of looking for. We can provide it.
And June is going to tie it up at 2-2. Take a break here and hit us with a Seminole commercial.
Achievements. The Seminole tribe of Florida now begins the next great chapter in the remarkable legacy of the Seminoles.
Raphael only has to deal with the 2-ball here, and he should be able to put a notch on his side. He can literally just make the 1 and stop the ball, maybe glide a little further away from the 2. Now he should be able to roll this ball in and get position after making the 2-7 for the rest of the rack. And it is a fairly open rack. There he goes. Well done. He may elect to zigzag this ball and run around the 9-ball on the way up or on the way back. It's a nice shot, very thinly cut. He'll probably nudge the 8 a little bit here, just to make sure that he doesn't get behind the 8. Oh. I think he wishes he had that one back. He should have played that down in the corner, I believe. That way he could just make some stop shots. It's all right. I mean, every now and then you just make a bad shot.
Open the doors here for June. See if they can take advantage of the opportunity.
I think he's looking for the problem. He's going, "Wait, there has to be a problem here. I'm going to have to get this game because there's nowhere where I can really mess up." Now this is a little bit touchy. He has to elect to go to the rail or stay off the rail, and he elected to go to the rail and spike the ball into the corner instead of stroking it in. His angle was a little bit straight for me. Now he may end up drawing this ball all the way down to where he's at, where his shoulder is now, and having an angle for the 6 into the side.
The racks that they're using are Delta 13, specially made Seminole Pro Tour Delta 13 racks. No one has requested the Magic Rack as yet, at least to me.
There's a number of racking systems out there right now that are very similar to the Magic Rack, where they're not using a traditional rack anymore. So I find it really interesting that the traditional rack is actually under fire right now, because I think if you'd have asked people 10 years ago, they would have thought that that was one of the staples of, a regular billiard ball set. And we're seeing, remember I said he was trying to find something to go bad. I think Jerry is motioning that he has to take off.
I do. It was a pleasure. I'll try to be back here maybe sometime tomorrow. And thank you everybody for watching, and hopefully we'll bring some more great pool action for you guys this weekend and throughout the season at the Seminole Pro Tour.
All right, thanks, Jerry. Raphael took advantage of that opportunity. Even though he had given it originally to Jun, it was, as I was saying, Jun had the look that he was trying to see where he could mess up. And I don't mean that in a bad way against Jun. I'm just saying he hesitated and he kept looking at a rack that was, very open. So I'm not surprised that he did miss the 8-ball. He was surprised that the rack was going to be that easy. So good for Raphael, bad for Jun. Now I'm sure Jun is going to get past that. That's just a mistake that happens every now and then. Let's see how Raphael hits this rack. I think he's going to concentrate on a square hit this time, and that he did do. And he got his ball in the side pocket, and he's rolling up on one. The only ball here that is any problem is the 3, and he'll be able to literally roll off the 2 underneath the 3 and either shoot it into the left-hand side pocket right by the 7 or down in the corner where he's standing now. Uncharacteristic miss, and he is tied up to 7. Now, Jun is going to have something fairly easy to get started with here, but it doesn't mean that he's going to have something easy to finish with. What I see is that the 5 to the 7 is going to be the hard thing, and I don't see a readily, pat plan that I know is foolproof at this moment. But I can say that I would start by pocketing the 3 and getting fairly straight on the 4, so I had my options on what angle to get on the 5. I wouldn't go all the way to the rail. And that's good enough right there. comes up to about the same height off the rail as the 5, he does have a chance to break the balls out with a natural angle. We can see that he could literally try to cut the 5 in the lower right-hand corner pocket of your screen right now, run 2 rails right at the 7, 9, 10. And what he would want to do is actually clip the side of the 9 and then have the cue go into the 10 and stop, and he'd be very straight in on the 7 into the side pocket. So let's see if he's able to get this correct action. It looks like it is actually laying fairly well for this. So it's just a matter of the thickness of the hit and the spin. Okay. He's now going, he's going to get safety. I believe that he can see. He has nudged the 8 ball with the cue, so I think Raphael can actually see both sides of the 5. And this is a halfway safe position, is what a lot of players will look at this, is that they don't need to hide this person that's coming in after them from making the ball, because making the ball may put that person that makes it in a worse predicament than what he needed to be. He may lose the game by making the 5 because he'd have to be the first player to move the 7, and if he's not in a place where he can play safe very well, then, you know, he loses the game. Now, obviously, this 7 does look like it goes in the side pocket, and Jun was trying to get position there. But it doesn't mean that every time you're going to have that position. He's going to hit the 8 again. The score, if you're just joining in with us, you're watching Inside Pro production of the Seminole Pro Tour. We're here at California Billiards in Mountain View, California. You're watching a match between Raphael Martinez and Jun Almoite. Is leading the match 3-2, and Jun is shooting at the 5 ball right now. Well, Jun is the first to falter here. I think he's going to leave Raphael this game where he can shoot the 5 and run 2 rails in between the 9 and 8 and get a shot on the 7 in the side. He might have hit a little bit heavy. Great shot. Way to recover there. And this is pretty simple at this point. And Raphael Martinez will go up 4-2. Stay with us, folks.
On table number 15.
40 years of cue craftsmanship. A state-of-the-art production facility. Revolutionary design. When you step to the table, unleash the fury. Precision craftsmanship. A player's cue ready for action. A cue with a sweet hit. A consistent hit. See the entire line of Fury cues and unleash your fury.
See if Raphael can hit this break square. That seems to be the key. He has a pretty simple 1-9 now. The way that the angle is looking, he's going to be able to follow to the rail and either shoot the one in the opposite corner or follow a little bit more. Oh, well, he could draw it even. Good job. He's going to keep a fairly decent angle. He's not going to try and get straight down on the bottom rail for the deuce. He's going to take a look at that and look at that right now and say, what do I have to do here? Okay. He rolled the dice a little bit there. Now, if it's me, I will try and get in between the 7 and the 10. And he did the same thing. He just needs to get out here in the center of the table for the 6. He doesn't want to go too far, and I think he may have just done so. You know, the little nudge helped him out. He's going to be able to cut this 6 ball and hold his cue for the 7. Raphael Martinez taking a 5-2 lead. I think he's going to try and duplicate that last break. That was just what the doctor ordered. Very square, made to 5 in the side, ball behind the 1. He's got corner action balls going, perfect. The only thing he's missing is that easy setup shot on the 1. But I think that he's got an easy safety play here. He's going to bank the 3 ball back down to where he's at, or the 1 ball back down to where he's at, or he's going to run the cue ball 2 rails around. And he ran the cue ball 2 rails around. He had a world of options with 5 balls basically to get behind when he chose that. Now I believe that Jun's just going to kick off the bottom rail. He's going to hit it with a lot of spin so that he misses the 7-8 and hits into the 1 flat and stops the cue. You know, that's only going to get him trouble. Now Raphael, I believe, can actually bank this ball past the 8 and use the 6, 7, 8 and let the cue set there right. And there we have it. So if Jun has his jump cue, he may consider it here, but I don't think he's going to want to do that. Honestly, I see a 2-rail kick. And the 2 rails that I would use, he's looking at it now. He sees it. He's going to have to shoot above the 6 and spin down and hit just around that counter, that second counter on the left-hand side of the bottom of your screen, and hit the 1. Okay. Good safety by Raphael. Just going to hit this with a little low left, spin out, and get him straight in the side for the 7. Not a low angle. Either way it would work. Raphael is starting to run away with it here. He's figured out the break. He's got the break working for him. And, you know, anytime you're playing a rotation game, it is the break that will get you there. Well, 8 ball as well. Nice square hit. I don't think he's going to get the right action on it this time. And it's going to be Jun's turn to the table. The 3 doesn't really have a full pocket. If it does go by the 8, it's not a full pocket. The 2 doesn't really go by the 4 at the same time with a full pocket, as you can see. So we see Jun inheriting, a bad lay here, and I think if he wants to hit this deuce on the way up, it would not probably, hurt anybody's feelings here. All right, great shot. Only problem is he's jacked up over the 9 trying to make this ball and follow down table to get somewhere where he can at least finesse that 3. Threaded through the eye of the needle past that 8. And remember, folks, these are 4 1/8 inch pockets. That means 2 balls don't even approach the front side of these pockets. And that's why you'll see little misses like that. These pockets are dangerously small. And we're going to get a look at these probably later through the weekend when we're able to grab a camera and go out and show you some of this. And maybe we'll do that on the Seminole Tour blog. If I can get Jerry to spark up the camera and see what he can find to show everybody exactly what kind of equipment these guys are playing with. These might be arguably some of the tightest tournament tables in the country.
Well, yeah, he lives like, we play together all the time, and literally coming on first round, abracadabra.
One of the things I like about Raphael Martinez is you really don't see him make simple mistakes. Right now, that seemed like a simple shot. None of these shots are simple. But that's what I'm saying is to get have me say that right as he misses what looks like a simple shot. These aren't exactly snooker pockets, but they're not exactly bar box pockets. He stays focused 100% of the time. So when you watch these games, keep in mind, these guys are out here playing each other who are both world-class players, and they're playing on these little tiny pockets. So it's extremely entertaining to me because I know that people like Raphael just don't miss balls, and they have to be far more accurate. And that half inch that they're missing over most other pockets, that's a world of difference. And anybody that's ever played on a 4 1/8 inch pocketed table should be able to attest to this. Yeah, well, I will take a fault on jinxing poor Raphael on that. Jun played a really smart shot there. He figures not to really leave the 7 down on this side of the table, but about 40% of the time. Now I can see coming off the right-hand side or the left-hand side of the 7 ball right now and running around and trying to get in behind the 8 with the cue. There's a built-in safety here because the 9's going to get in the game. Now, front or back or whatever, and what a beautiful shot. Great execution. And now Raphael should try and hit this ball 2 or 3 rails. He wants to hit it 3 to be exact, because that'll put the 7 on the bottom rail. He's trying to finesse this. This is an interesting shot. It's a good approach. Great shot. Great shot. I usually try that shot if it's a little bit closer. He's extremely accomplished billiard player. He plays great 3-cushion billiards, so you can see that he was very comfortable at hitting the bottom side of that ball and doing it with finesse.
On table number 5, 8, Reynolds and Howard, Tiger Lion. Reynolds and Tiger Lion.
Great
Table
shot.
number 5.
I think that Raphael is going to play this bank 3 rails. I think he can get this bank around 3 rails. Actually, it's so straight in that he might be able to make it, and he can actually try and even make the cut if he likes. There's many options. The first one that came to me was the 3 rail. Great hit. I think he's going to be over top of the 10 now for this ball. Great stroke on that ball. That was an extremely difficult shot. Hello. Like it was a hanger. Built-in safety. Very smart shot. Now, Jun plays much better than his score may be leading us to believe. And I know if you're Jun, what you're wanting is Raphael not to hit this break square. And if he doesn't hit the break square, please give you a shot on the 1. He's been getting the worst of both worlds. When Raphael hits him square, he gets a shot on the 1 most times. And when he doesn't, Jun doesn't get anything in return. So it's been in the wrong seat here. Really square hit. Doesn't look like he's going to make anything. Oh, he did get the 2, and guess what? Hello, Mr. 1 ball, just sitting there. So now, with the 3 there, the 6, 7 are kind of blocking it. He can come to the center of the table. He can run 2 rails and kind of run in between the 3, 6, 7, fall into that area. He has all the options. Now that 3 will scoot by the 5 down in the corner, but he is threading the needle again. He's going to take a look at it. Great shot, and it is not going to go. That's what I'm talking about, folks. That ball hit a diamond and a quarter up from that angle, and it's allowed to slide in, but he did not hit it pocket speed. He hit it rolling, and it just was going to bounce off the rails instead of depressing it and lowering the angle. Nice touch. Now, this would be one of those balls where I'd be trying not to bend straight in on, because I would have wanted to follow up and get somewhere where I could shoot the 5 on a line that runs between the 9 and the 10. And the issue that he's having right now is he can't move there. He couldn't get there. So keeping an angle, he would have been able to shoot the 5 in along that line, get on the line of the 9-10 with an angle between the 9-10 and shoot the 6 afterwards. Now, this I don't know anything about. I don't know what he was trying to do there, whether he just wanted to draw it a few inches and his stroke got away from him. I don't know. You're allowed to make mistakes when you're playing Raphael Martinez, and he has you 7-2. Yeah, that was not looking good, and Raphael, I think he's going to want to probably turn around, and I really don't know whether he's going to shoot this in the corner or not, but if he does shoot it in the side, I think he's going to end up drawing the ball as well. You know, he tried to force it across there. Quite an undertaking to get that ball across there. The ball was nearly straight in, and like I said, very small pocket, so he couldn't cheat the ball. He had to do it primarily with force. Giving it a shot there. I think he's starting to make predictions about the match. Now that can get people into trouble, but at the same time, Jun is a willing accomplice right now. So Raphael was trying to see if he could just get on the hill and make it, you know, even a worse day for Jun. Jun is playing the timber, and I can't believe this, folks. He has 5 simple balls in the ring. He's going to play the timber. And he put it straight in the hole. Well, I guess it must have been a hanger. So, well, I know. Take a second here.
I'm John Hendrick, pool player and owner of the Green Room in Pineville, North Carolina. My serious players demand quality, and that's why I've switched to Milliken Super Pro. This cloth plays at the perfect speed. It lasts a long time, and the spill guard protection saves my tables from stains. It saves me money, and my customers love it.
Milliken Super Pro, exclusively from Sterling.
just may try and fire his way back into the match here. Score is not that unattainable. It is really only 7-3 right now. Take a look at this. As Raphael starts to look at the rack. If you're just tuning in, you're watching Inside Pool production of the Seminole Pro Tour. We're here at California Billiard Club in Mountain View, California. This is a $12,000 added event. Had 108 players, and you're watching Raphael Martinez versus Jun Almoite. I'm J.R. Calvert with Inside Pool. And at the table you have Raphael Martinez in a lime green shirt. He's leading 7-3 in this race to 9. Now Raphael is looking at this. He knows that he has to kind of commit to the one side of the pocket for the 5. So he's played the carom just to mix things up because the balls really weren't setting well for him to have to take that shot. Great shot. He's keeping his line down table with a lot of inside English on the 6. Raphael Martinez extends his lead to 8-3. And again, these pockets are tight, and just the mere fact that we're talking about how to break and make a ball here gives you the idea of how much talent we have at this tournament. For instance, this rack, if you're looking at the rack, the 9 ball is the first ball on the right-hand side behind the 1. He is going to try and draw and hit this ball with spin and make this ball on the side pocket while trying to make the 2 and 3 in the bottom left corners. Okay, got kissed out. The 2 got kissed out. Here comes the 3, and it got kissed out. But he did make the 6. So all 3 of the shots that he was trying to make off the break got kissed out, probably within a diamond in the hole. Now the 2 is the one that actually hit the 9, so it doesn't count. But he's got a long straight shot here. He's got to feed it past the 3, or he's got to cut it past the deuce. Either one is pretty long, hard shot. He's trying to cut shot, hit a little bit thick. He's playing it safe behind the 9, and it got away from him. To help the party be a little bit more merrier, there's an F and a T button down on the lower portion of your player. Those correspond with your Twitter and Facebook accounts. You can just hit those and it won't stop the video. It'll bring up another window and just let you invite your friends from Facebook and Twitter, and you can chat all night long and watch pool in high def. We have a lot of people that are taking this feed from their computer and putting it in their HD TVs, and sitting down with their favorite tasty beverage and popcorn and a sandwich and, having a good time. We invite you to do the same. Keep in mind the UPL and Corridor, they are sponsoring this free stream today. Starting tomorrow at the SeminoleProTour.com, you'll be able to witness or watch this stream via pay-per-view. And all the information will be live in the morning for you to partake in that. And we invite you to do so. We expect there to be quite a good time this week. There will be chat. There will be no commercials. People were asking about that earlier. So keep in mind, this is the Seminole Pro Tour constantly striving to make your viewing experience much better. And we hope that you enjoy what we're doing at Inside Pool on our behalf. And if so, shoot everybody an email and let us know how we're doing. Hit us up with a private message in the chat. Raphael is faced with the problem here that if he makes the 2, there's nothing that says that he's going to be able to get on the 3 with the right angle to the 4. Okay, he's found a way to get down there, and I think he's just going to slide up behind the 5-9. There he goes, and I do believe that the 5 will go in the side, and he's going to probably get about the same distance down table and be almost straight across on the 5, even though it's down a little bit from the side pocket. Wow. How's he stroking him, ladies and gentlemen? I think he actually overstroked it, and he's now in behind the 10. He just wanted to let his stroke out a little bit. Got a little bit away from him. I don't think he's jumping this. I think he's massaying it. He's going to try and hit the 5 to the bottom rail. He's going to hit it with that speed. Oh, he did jump it. He's unleashing right now. He's trying every trick in the book to see if he can get out. And Jun he smiles and looks at the riding the 10 ball there. Now, if you're Jun, you want to get the cue ball back to the right-hand side long rail so that you can pocket the 8, go into the upper left-hand corner with left-hand English, and spin out of there and hit right about where his left hand is where you want the cue ball to end up after the 8 ball. All right. That's an interesting strategy, is to relocate the 9 ball. Let's see if it's paid off. I think he's got away with it. It's not always going to work. It's usually easier to move the cue ball than it is to move the object ball that you want to have in position. And it has cost him, because he is going to leave Raphael 3 simple stop shots. Well, Raphael might roll forward 3 or 4 inches to get straight in on the 9, and maybe 6 inches. But after that, it'll be over. Stop. I want to thank everybody for watching tonight. Stay with us. We're going to bring another match back at you. I believe it will be a winner's side match. I don't know exactly who that's going to be yet, but thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Raphael Martinez defeats Jun Almoite 9-3, and these matches will be available on the Seminole Pro Tour site in about a week. Stay tuned.